You've slept, you've rested, you took the weekend off, and still somehow you're still exhausted. You've tried everything, the mouth tape, the apps, everything. It's not the type of tired that a nap is gonna fix. It's the type of tired that's waiting on you when you wake up in the morning. The kind where you open your eyes and the weight is already there. Before the day even starts, the weight is already there. You're functioning, sure, but somewhere along the line, you stop feeling fully alive. Like you know you've got more to give, right? It's not weakness. Stop thinking that. I know what most people do when they get hit with that. They push through it. They optimize harder, or they'll add a nutritional supplement or some sort of app or mouth tape. They'll book a vacation or clear a whole weekend. And they'll say things like, I just need a good week to catch up on sleep. Then they get back and the weight's still there. And when the weight's still there, we don't know what to do a lot of the times. I think a lot of people are carrying a weight that they were never designed to. And Jesus spoke about this a long time ago. We've been carrying it for a long time as human beings. What's the answer? There are two Greek words, Matthew 11. They completely change how I read what Jesus was actually offering people whenever he offered rest. And there's an old Christian word too that I don't know why people don't bring up more often, that describes what a lot of people are going through right now. Just stay with me for both of those things, because I think that some of you are about to realize that the very reason why you're tired, the very reason why you're exhausted, goes to a deeper source, not just another nap. Think about what people absorb before they even wake up, right? Most people grab their phone before they're even out of bed. And what are they seeing? War, crisis, other people's opinions of them, other people doing great in a specific area, right? If 12 competing emotional realities hit them before they even get out of bed, before your feet even hit the floor. People are carrying the psychological weight of an entire planet every single day that they get up. We were built for that. And nobody knows quite how to put it down or what the tools are. But see, Jesus gave us those. But we just stay distracted. And honestly, I don't think most people are addicted to their phones really anymore. I think they're addicted to the escapism that they find in their phones, which is actually ancient, not even a new thing. Because the second life gets quiet, everything underneath starts to get loud. The pressure gets loud, the fear gets loud, and that emptiness you'll feel, that gets loud. And the question underneath it is this actually what my life is becoming? It gets exhausting. So we keep scrolling, keep consuming, keep looking for answers. Not even because it feels good anymore, but because silence feels unbearable and uncomfortable. The quiet is where it lives. And somewhere along the way, even Christians started confusing constant motion with faithfulness. Work harder, do more, stay productive, build something meaningful, optimize your life, because that's what it's all about. Use your time wisely, because we only got so much of it. And now even rest has become productive. Rest so you can perform better. Sleep so that you can maximize your schedule. Is that what rest is for? Recover so you can get back on that treadmill faster. We took rest, the thing that was supposed to interrupt the cycle, and folded it right back into it. Made it a piece of it. And people are exhausted. I feel you. I am too often. And it's not because they're lazy. It's because they're carrying the wrong yoke. That's the word, Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Most people hear that verse and think Jesus is talking to stressed people who need comfort. He's not. See, but the word translated weary there is actually the Greek word kopiaō. Again, my Greek sucks, so please admit it. As it doesn't just mean tired. It means exhausted from labor, worn down from carrying something heavy for a long period of time. Jesus is specifically speaking to people whose souls are just tired from pulling weight. And then he says something strange, right? He doesn't say, "Come to me and you'll never carry anything again." He says, "Take my yoke upon you." That matters. Because he isn't removing the yoke. He isn't telling you you're not going to have to work. That's not what he's saying. He's offering his in exchange. But he says, my yoke is easy. See, the Greek word translated there for easy is chrestos. And chrestos doesn't mean effortless. It means well-fitting, custom fit for you. Back then, a good craftsman shaped a yoke carefully so that it wouldn't slowly destroy the animal that was wearing it. A bad yoke, exhausted you faster than you could actually work with it. And I think that some people have spent years believing life itself is crushing them, believing that any weight is crushing them, when they've just been wearing a yoke that wasn't meant for them. Somebody else's expectation, somebody else's timeline, somebody else's definition of success is what we're taking on. And you've carried it so long. You started calling that pain from it normal. No wonder people are exhausted when we're wearing the wrong yoke. Christians used to have a word for this kind of condition. Akadia. Not laziness, not depression exactly. It was a restless spirit, exhaustion. The inability to care deeply anymore. Going through the motions is what we'd call it today. And feeling completely disconnected from your own life. And when early Christians described it, it sounded horrifyingly modern. A person who can't settle, can't feel anything, seems detached from what's going on, emotionally flat and completely overstimulated at the exact same time. Sounds like half the people I know right now. The part that hit me the hardest, though, is they didn't treat it like a character flaw. They treated it like a soul carrying the wrong thing for too long. And I think some of us have confused exhaustion with failure. But exhaustion is not always proof that you're failing. Sometimes exhaustion's a signal to you. Your soul is telling you this life does not fit anymore. You've either outgrown it or you moved on. Because a wrong yoke, a yoke that's borrowed, does not feel like your own. One fits and one slowly crushes you. And maybe that's why no amount of sleep has touched what you're feeling lately. Because the deeper exhaustion was never just physical. It's spiritual dislocation. You've been trying to build a life around expectations that were never for you, never designed for you to carry. The scary thing is that the modern world rewards that. It rewards burnout, performance, comparison. How you doing, man? What have you been up to? Oh, I've just been so busy, exhausted. How often do you hear that? That's not a brag for me anymore. Because your soul will pay for it. Your attention shapes your soul. Whatever consistently captures your attention, it's going to eventually form your desires and your fears. Even your relationship with God. And if your attention is constantly being discipled by noise, peace suddenly starts feeling unfamiliar. So maybe the question isn't really, why am I always tired? Maybe the real question is, whose yoke am I wearing? Because if your identity is being built around productivity, in comparison, approval, where you think you should be right now, then no amount of sleep is going to fix the deeper exhaustion. It's living right underneath that. It's the root. The yoke has to change. And that is the invitation Jesus is actually making in Matthew 11. Not just comfort. Exchange. Not come, escape this life, work no more. No. Come, carry what was actually made for you. There's things that you were made to carry that I never was, and vice versa. And honestly, I think some people listening already know exactly what part of your life no longer fits, but you keep trying to make it. You've just been afraid to admit it. If this landed with you, share it. Share it with somebody. Because somebody probably came to mind who's been running on empty. Not because they're weak, just because they're carrying the wrong yoke. I'll see y'all out here. Find Jesus, fight culture, and spread the good news.